Today is a very good day because in the latest beta and preview, the Mali GPU for shaders has now been fixed. That means shaders should no longer crash your device. Welcome to the beta and preview version 1.21.10.22. And before anyone asks what kind of texture pack I'm using, I actually didn't change my texture pack. I literally have shaders installed and that is it. But everything looks a little bit different. Getting into this week's features and bug fixes. We have a change with add-ons. Fixed a bug where items from certain add-ons could appear without textures or names when joining realms. A couple of people did report this on my add-ons videos, saying that their worlds were pretty much pink. They've also changed the crafter. They fixed a bug that caused the crafter to be audible from more than 5 blocks distance. So if we grab this, place this here, obviously we can hear it. As we go away past 5 blocks, it now goes away. This was also introduced to Minecraft Java. It's to do with blocks. Doors of different materials will now be able to form a double door. All this time, if you tried to have 2 alternating doors, they would basically open the exact same way. It was just a horrible experience. So now if you wanted to have an oak door and a spruce, you can, and they open properly. I believe this was to do with like copper doors being regular and waxed. That's the reason they finally introduced it. The heavy core block is properly scaled in the inventory. We do have a bug report, but also the heavy core block is now positioned correctly in item frames. We have a double bug report. I think we've all had this issue. It's a parity. If you've ever seen the heavy core on Minecraft Bedrock Edition, it's been super tiny. The OCD was crazy here. As for the item frame fix, been a problem for quite some time. It would literally float on Minecraft Bedrock Edition. It's been fixed. So if you pick this up now, it's scaled properly inside of your hotbar. It also looks a lot better when you open up your inventory, and it looks so much better inside of an item frame. There has been even more block instance changes. Let's read the change log. They've been doing a lot of this in the latest beta and previews, and they're just literally separating each block into its own respective block. They fixed ancient city entrance using a single deep slate tile slab instead of a double slab. Customizable controls. Buttons can now slide completely to the right when customizing controls on iOS. When customizing touch controls, the safe zones on the left and right side are now ignored. The wind charge. The wind charge model now correctly renders within its bounding box. Increased player-fired wind charge speed by 50%, bringing it into parity with Java Edition. Now, I did get a comment today by someone saying trying to clutch with a wind charge on Bedrock Edition is incredibly difficult compared to Minecraft Java Edition. And I did a whole bunch of testing, and I can confirm trying to clutch is so much harder. Let's see if we can get this one done here. So yeah, again, hopefully they can make this on parity. It just feels really, really hard to get it like spot on. Honestly, I've tried it. Obviously, right now, it's trying to activate the command block that I set up. But yeah, I'm curious. Has anybody else had any issues trying to clutch with this? Like, it works perfectly if you do it this way and stop it that way. But if you do it by, like, this, for example, and you're super high, try and... Dude, it just doesn't work. But you can see I've actually thrown it. So yeah, to the dude who commented that, I think you're right. It's not quite perfect on Bedrock Edition. Moving on to game tips. They added emote game tips. The tip appears when there are remote players close to the player, and the player has spent at least 30 seconds with other players in the world. Gameplay. Players will not receive damage when in the world load or dimension transfer loading screen. we have a bug report. I did see someone tweeting this towards King B-Dogs the other day, and he said that they were working on a fix. It's finally going to be introduced. In fact, this was reported by Megaspud a long time ago. It's been an issue for a very long time. And in case you guys don't know what it's referring to, basically, if you, like, leave and then go back or go to a different dimension, you will begin to take damage. It's as if the game is continuing as if you're there, but in reality, you're not actually in the world. That shouldn't happen anymore. Players no longer momentarily go into a crawl for a single tick when moving towards a bed with a 1.5 unit gap above it. We have a bug report. Pretty sure I went over this in one of the previous betas and previews, but nonetheless, in case you guys missed it, this user is going to duck under some blocks and try and get into bed. They literally face plant it. That won't happen anymore. Moving on to general, tweaked the way the dismount position is calculated to better align with moving vehicles. This could result in minor differences when dismounting fast vehicles. Again, I went over those in a previous beta and preview. This one specifically is related to boats because you move incredibly fast. Have you ever got out of them and it's just really buggy and broken? That's been fixed. Items. The rarity color of tridents, mace, and heavy core have been changed to the epic color, magenta. So this, again, if we just grab this and go over it, when you first grab it though, when I first grab this one, hold on, let's try that again. If I first grab this, it doesn't actually instantly give you the color, so that's slightly bugged, but keep an eye above my hotbar. I like this, and same has also been applied for these as well. So yeah, they now have a rarity because it's a rare item. Same applies to banner patterns. They added rarity coloring in the tooltips of Creeper Charge, Skull Charge, Thing, Snout, Flow, and Guster banner patterns. Now, one thing that really annoys me about Bedrock Edition is every single one of these saying banner pattern. It bothers me so much. It's the same for armor trims as well. So anyway, when we hover over these, the colors are different now. Again, they just symbolize some kind of rarity. Projectiles. The wind charge projectile shot by the breeze no longer toggles blocks when mob griefing is disabled in settings. Realms. Let's read the changelog. All of the realms changes are related to like fixes and changes. So if you're into realms, you've experienced these issues. Hopefully, they have been resolved. Stability and performance. Fixed an issue on Amazon devices where game would occasionally crash when joining a world. The user interface. Fixed a bug where the wrong text could be shown on the death screen while using hardcore mode in split screen. Vanilla parity. Drowned now spawn individually in rivers instead of groups of 2. Drowned now spawn in aquifers in dripstone caves. We have a bug report. All to do with parity features, been reported for quite some time now, finally introduced. Vaults. They added sound effect to help players understand that they have already looted this vault. Graphical shaders. Added a brightness/gamma calibration screen for deferred technical preview. The calibration screen can be found under deferred graphics settings within the video settings menu. In order to access this, go into your options, go to settings, and scroll down until you see video. Now you need to be in beta and preview to access this and have access to the deferred technical preview. Scroll down, change the simple to deferred technical preview, ignore this, it's a bug. Tap on this plus, and you are going to see adjust brightness. Now at the top, it says adjust your brightness until you can only see 2 creeper faces. So you could have this all the way up there or all the way down there. I'm gonna like change mine to about there for the sake of today's video. And yeah, so if you guys want to test and try shaders, I'll leave the links down below to the most updated one. And that is because in the official changelog, they fixed a crash when enabling the deferred technical preview experiments on Android devices with an ARM Mali GPU. So Mali GPU users, go and test and see if shaders is working for you. It should now be fine, so you guys can enjoy this. I don't know how good it's gonna be. It might be a little bit laggy, but yeah, give it a try and see if the latest shaders versions are now working for you. Last but not least, technical updates. Let's read the changelog. They are making a lot of changes to add-ons. They're working on the scripts, the API. We even have some new camera commands introduced, changes to editor, entity components, general items, and so much more. If you're interested in the technical side, the links are down below. And don't forget, we are now only 8 days away from Minecraft 1.21 releasing. It is releasing next Thursday. The only thing I can say to you at this point is make sure you've backed up your worlds, because we know Mojang has a habit of breaking Minecraft Bedrock Edition. I'll see you all in the next video.